Okay, so it looks like we are live. Hello from the UK. This is good evening, and it is all good afternoon from Canada. So today, after about a big break for me, which is a couple of weeks, I was on holiday. So now I'm back in the UK and back on interviewing people on my page. And today we have a lovely guest, Nisha, all the way from Canada. So, for those who don't know me and new to my page, my name is Dr. Susie Jacob. I am a general practitioner here in the UK. I'm both a hands on clinician as well as I do senior management. I live in the UK with my husband, who is a chef, and my teenage daughter. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my guest for today, Nisha. So, Nisha, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for the invitation, though.
No worries at all. So thanks for coming. I know you're busy with a young toddler. For me, I'm way past all that at the moment. So, so just for our audience sake, if you can introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, for sure. As she said, my name is Nisha Joseph. I'm from Ontario, Canada. I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I am settled here from 2015 with my husband and two beautiful daughters, a 10-year-old and a 1.5-year-old. That's a brief description about myself, and I have been into the business from 2021.
Oh wow, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. It's a lovely journey. And I heard
Mhm.
you hit a new milestone in your business. So congratulations and well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you. Thank you. It's been so amazing that on a Thanksgiving Day, a new milestone in the business, as well as you're interviewing me. Everything
Oh,
happened
wow.
in like a
Fantastic.
coincidence.
Fantastic. It's lovely
Yeah.
to hit milestones. I myself hit a milestone just recently. So it's the feeling's really great.
Feelings. Yeah.
Really amazing. And, it always amazes me. There was a time when I thought I couldn't do anything other than medicine in my life, So, like anyone who comes into doing something new, there was this anxiety and apprehension doing something new. But what I love about this is our community. We lock hands together, support each other, and I just sent you a message, and you were more than happy to come in and join the interview and give your perspective about the business, and
Yes.
I'm so grateful for that. So you've mentioned that you are a nurse, and what motivated you, or what was your why into joining this business?
So back in 2021, like from 2022, of course, we were facing with all these COVID things, and that made into a thought that I should have something on the side because you never know what can happen in our life. And also, I had some work pressure at work from my manager. Like I had to go to some departments where I was not comfortable. So I am a psychiatric nurse by profession. So I work in inpatient psychiatry. So I cannot work in certain areas due to some traumatic incidents which has happened in my life. So that was a major thing for me, that I was not able to go into another department, but my manager was not understanding what I am talking, and I was like panicking, anxious, and all those kind of things. And I thought like I should have something on the side as well, because of that as well. And also like during the COVID, when I come home, I stay in different room, my daughter is in different rooms, so that was all like a bad experience. So that's why initially I thought like for a nurse, there is nothing in online space. That's what I was thinking. But then I saw like many nurses were doing, so I said like, okay, let me just try out this. Maybe it may work, because as we were also planning for another baby, I told my husband like, if this works out well, then I can step down my hours of RN, which is now like I'm already planning those things, because now like it's been a good journey so far in the business. So that was kind of my very, very strong why. And also one day my mom asked me, she asked me, like, she said, you went to Canada to give your kids a good time, quality time and everything, but then you don't have time to spend with them also. You are doing the shift works and paying the mortgages and everything. I said, like, yes, that is also another reason. So I said, like, no, I have to do something where physically I don't need to go, and like still I can earn, so that I can step down my RN hours, so I can be with my kids and my baby who was coming in future also. So those were my strong why, which made me start this business in 2021. And I am glad that I did that decision.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think a lot of us in the healthcare sector can relate to that story.
Mhm.
Myself also was similar. Like I, at that time, my husband's a chef, so he was at home, and I was the only sole, breadwinner at the family. So I had to step up my hours, and exactly like I was scared to bring
So,
the virus back home. And I
whereas,
remember my
yeah,
husband was sleeping in another room, my daughter was in another room. It
yeah,
wasn't a good time, and
mhm,
you were always scared whether you would infect, and
yeah,
also what if you get the virus yourself. And because I'm one of the long COVID champions in the community, and I
mm,
see firsthand the effects of long COVID,
mm,
and people have not been able to go back to work even after 3 years down the line. It's quite devastating. So anyone, I think, in the healthcare sector can relate to what you've said. um, Psychiatry, that I did my psychiatry training as part of my GP training, and I was in acute psych, and I still remember first day for induction we had to do self-defense training.
yeah,
I'm sure you had something similar. And when I did the training, the guy who was teaching us self-defense said, "Oh well, you don't have much hair, so no one's going to pull your." He was joking because all the other ladies,
it's
other doctors who were ladies with me, so they were like, oh, they had to, because the patients can pull the hair, so they said,
yeah,
"Oh, no, doc, you don't need it because no one's going to pull your hair." Oh dear.
yeah,
So yeah, I
yeah,
still remember those days like it was yesterday.
yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, but it is a very tough department to work because you're scared
Yeah.
about how your patients can react, especially when they're
Oh, yes.
psychotic, isn't it?
I was very interested in psychiatry when I did my BSc nursing. So I did my master's in psychiatry, and I was a professor also back home. I used to teach BSc MSc students. But then when I came to Canada, I really wanted to work in psychiatric department, because here every disease condition, like it was a separate ward. So it was a great experience in my first hospital. So I really love psychiatry, and I feel so happy when they have recovered from those disease condition, and they go to the community and they work for themselves. And so that make me so happy
Yeah,
when I care those people, because I always say, like, other departments, the patients can tell what they have problem, but then the psychiatric patients, they don't understand what their problem is.
yeah.
So we have to understand them through the observation or behavior and all. So that is the best help which I can give.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing, and obviously I'm a GP. So the other thing is children. Children can't
Children. Oh,
can't,
yes.
can't
Oh,
talk
yes.
about. So it's a different skill. So
Still, it is
obviously
the difference. Yeah.
I'm a jack of all trades, so I do everything. So yeah, I can really relate to all that, and I can
Yeah.
see that you're quite passionate about being a psychiatric nurse.
Yeah.
So but you still, obviously, you told us the reasons why you ventured into
Yeah.
the online space. So what are the key benefits of having an online business when you are like a passionate nurse yourself? So you love doing your job, but you just
Mhm.
wanted to cut down your hours. So
Yeah.
how does having an online business on the side help you, benefit you? How would it benefit someone as busy professionals like ourselves?
Yeah, so as always, we hear, like, work smarter, not harder. That sentence is actually meaningful, because sometimes we tend to work so hard because our brain is already fed up with our parents that we have to study well, you have to get masters, you have to get doctorate, whatever, and then you have to get a job, and your job, like, you are settled, and even if you are working abroad, you are settled. But then, actually speaking, when we come in this kind of countries and we work, and we have a home, that's it. Like, only the mortgage and the bills are paid. You don't get any savings, or like, even if you want savings, you have to work extra hours, which is like killing your back. And so I also got like very serious back issues. So during my pregnancy, like, I was having sciatica issues, and I was not even able to work. So those kind of things, like, we are working so hard, but then, without, like, as we don't have much knowledge about online space, we are not able to take a decision. But then this business system, which I like most, is like, we don't need to go behind any friends or families, because an automation system works for us. So physically, we don't need to be present for our business, like, physically showing people what the business is, explaining people. We don't need to. So it can be run on the side while we take care of our kids, or we take care of our family, or we go for work. And also, like, the trainings are like very flexible. So whenever we get time, we can do the trainings and set up everything. And once the system is set up, like, it runs by itself. So that's the main benefit of the business, of this business, when compared to, like, when we are working like more hours, or we are very busy parents, like whenever you get chance, like half an hour or 1 hour a day, you just focus on the training and set up the system, and the system will run for you. So that's the benefit we have when we have the online business on the side, compared to any other traditional business. Because when we are going for a traditional business, because I have even tried parlor business, plant business, different kind of businesses to step down from my full time, because I had to leave my kids in daycare. So I was thinking different things. But again, those traditional things, we have to be physically present for those kind of things. So in this
Yeah.
online system, we don't need to. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the flexibility.
Flexibility,
Because, like
yes.
you, I've done other businesses. I did property and all. And one of the things
Yeah.
that I found about property is, the realtors or estate agents, as we call them in the UK, they work from a certain time to a certain time. And those were the hours I work as a general practitioner.
Sure.
And then, it's sometimes I had to take annual leave to go and do all these, viewings and other things, and to, do the deals and all. While in this
Mhm.
business, it's a 24-hour, a 24/7 business. So it doesn't matter whether you're doing nights, days,
Right.
you you can work around your life, isn't it, for this business? And that's the key.
Yeah,
It's the flexibility that it gives, and so you have that work life balance.
exactly. Yeah.
So, like I mentioned in the beginning, like, we as medical professionals, or anybody, it's not doesn't
Anybody. Yeah.
necessarily have to be medical, anyone, you've done something, maybe you're an engineer, you're a lawyer, and like us, you want to cut down your hours, you want to spend more time with the kids, and you're scared to venture into something new. So what is the support system that we have in this business, in our business model?
Yeah, so here, as when we become a business owner, we get a personal mentor and a coach to guide us in training or whatever we need, like a support in the training part. And also, we have a very big community of entrepreneurs, which like is amazing because like it's from all over the world. So even if our mentor is from our own place and they are sleeping, somebody else from other part of the world will answer the questions. That's the main support system for in our community. And also, like, I have always felt as a family this community, because the good vibes what we get from the surroundings, the other people, and we have different people from different countries, different professions. Even IT people are there, so IT people can share their knowledge, so we learn from them. Or they may be photographers, they share their knowledge and we learn how to take good photographs. So we have like different walks of people like in the business, so we all learn from each other. So that's the best support system in the training. And also like the automation systems working for us. So that's why 24/7, like our, if even if our business is like running, like even if our sleeping, it is running on the site, right? So that's the support system what we get in this business, which I don't think like any other businesses has this many like support system, because anybody without any experience can do the business just by following the training and learning from other entrepreneurs who are very successful in the community. That's what I did.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100% with you. Because I've been in other mentorship programs and all, and some of those programs, if you need to be a part of the member, you need to pay a fee. Like
Hmm.
every 4 or 5 months, you need
Fine.
to pay a fee. In
Yeah.
our community, once you're in, you're in. There's
Yeah.
no extra fees that you pay once you have become a business owner. And
Hmm.
also, in the other communities that I've been, when you pay a certain sum of money, and then there might be 3 months or 12 months, and after that there's no mentoring and there's no
Yeah.
coaching after that. While in
Yeah.
our community, it's a lifetime mentoring and
Mentor.
one-to-one support and coaching, which is unheard of in any other community.
Yeah.
So that's why, you feel confident actually, because even if you don't know, there's always someone, like what you said exactly. Like, in our team also, we have made groups, like, like WhatsApp groups. So even if your direct mentor or coach is actually sleeping, there's always somebody,
Somebody.
watching those chats and responding and replying and things like that. And we help each other's mentees and
Yeah.
coaches and things like that. So, and that's how you build the community.
Community. Yeah.
And of course, because of the community spirit, like we like helping each other, isn't it? and
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
like how when I called you, came in for the interview, you were more than happy to help. Like that, if you have any questions also, you reach out to people in the community and they are more than happy to help.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best thing about this model. Like,
Yeah.
you're never left alone.
Yeah.
And that's the amazing thing about this. So I think
And
yeah, go on, you
yeah,
want.
and also like additional thing like weekly masterminds,
Yeah,
which every week I learn something new about social media.
yeah,
So earlier when I came into this business, I was not that much tech savvy, or even I used to scroll the Facebook like once in a while just to see where my friends are, or like those kind of things. But I was not that active person. So initially I was thinking, okay, maybe I'm not active in social media, so I may not be able to do this business. But then when I came to know that, oh, we have every platform training, that's the best part. Like if we have training as well as in masterminds, we learn from the experienced entrepreneurs about every single thing happening in online space. So that's why we don't need any experience in this. So those masterminds are nuggets, golden nuggets, I would say. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And again, those things are unheard of, like lifetime. Imagine
Yeah. It's
lifetime
lifetime.
weekly masterminds, and you hear from the experts in the field and
Yeah.
successful online entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And those things that we get are indeed golden nuggets.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've covered such a lot of things today.
Mhm.
Was there any last words you wanted to tell our audience today before we bring this to a close?
Yeah. So now like as I'm an experienced coach, like I talk to a lot of people, and many of the moms they want to do, but then they always think that, oh, they have kids, they have work, they cannot do it. That's what they always think. But then I always tell them, remember, we are moms, we are multitasking people. So, this business system is set up in such a way that you can do in your own flexible way. So, even if you spend half an hour a day, you can do it. So, if you really want to achieve something in your life and have some me time and have some time for your kids, you can look into this opportunity. Not only the moms, anybody in on like anybody in any professions can do this. But then if you really want to understand the business model, you really need to go through the step process, and that process will not cost you anything. You just need to understand first, then only you are deciding whether you want to do the business or not. But as far as I have experienced in this business, it's such a great support system. And as Dr. Susie said, like, we are never left alone. That's the best part. Like, because any business, if you start from a scratch, you don't have a proven system, which we do, and you don't have a support. You have to start everything from the scratch. So I always say it's much easier to do a business which already has a proven strategies and learn from the experts, rather than finding out a new strategy, finding out a new business from the scratch. So that's all I would like to say.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree with you. We have a blueprint actually. So we
Exactly.
have, we have a blueprint that works. We have
Mhm.
people in our community who are earning five, six, seven figures,
Six
and
figures.
in a month.
Oh, yes,
so,
yes,
so the
yes.
only variable is
Is us.
us, is the
Yeah,
person. So
yeah,
yes, and then we work, and when you come, you might have in your mind, but they can do it, whether I can do it. So
exactly,
again, all these masterminds work on our mindset, so it helps build
exactly.
our mindset and give us that confidence. When I joined the business, I wasn't that sort of person who would be very comfortable in Zoom and talking in front of a camera. I never even used to like actually taking. My husband is a amateur photographer, and he used to
Mm.
want to take my pictures, and I used to just run away because I never liked it. And now he's enjoying it because I keep asking him, okay, okay, for the business, take the picture.
Yeah, yeah,
So it has made me more confident person. It has
yeah,
changed me, and it also has helped me in my leadership skill as in senior management, doing
yeah.
all these things. So because I'm more outspoken in meetings, because I'm doing this regularly, so
Mhm.
all what we learn in the business is all transferable in our day-to-day jobs also.
Yeah,
And exactly what you say, when people say they don't have time, it's only about a couple of months since I've cut down slightly in my working hours. When I started, I worked 40 hours, like Monday to Friday minimum. I
yeah,
get paid for 40, but I work more than you know how it is. You get paid something, but you actually work a lot more than that. And
yeah.
it's that, and exactly what you said, I use pockets of time. Sometimes if I finish a consultation a bit quicker before the next patient, I'll check if there's any message. So it's those pockets of times that I've used.
Yeah.
Even this time, the past 10 days I was in India, and I had my mobile, and sometimes I had lots of work going to banks and other official things to do.
Thanks.
And while I'm waiting to meet these people, I was there on my mobile doing the business, and that's
Business.
working smart.
Yeah, most of the things I do from the mobile only. Like, I
Yeah.
take only the laptop for like either looking into my ads or doing my coaching calls, but otherwise everything from the phone. So I was telling my husband, like, I have 17 years of nursing experience, but never made five figure a month. But 2 years in the business, my was my first five figure income month. So I said, like, so that's the potential of the business. So initially my husband was like not that much agreeing to the business. He, even though he said you do whatever you want, but then he was not that kind of person, like looking into what I am doing or anything. But now he is like very very interested. He tell me like, okay, I'll take picture for you, I'll take this, that, because I always give my checks to him, and I always tell him you can put the check, so that he knows what I am making, and he knows that I don't approach anybody. I do my ads, I do whatever in the training, that's all. So he knows that the system does work.
Yeah.
So now, like, I am in a position like where whenever I want, I can step down from my full-time registered nurse job. And that was the dream when I started it. And all that I wanted to say to the audience is like, always don't think what other people will think about you, because nobody has time to think about you, and nobody is coming to pay your bills. So we have to pay our own bills. So do what your mind says, and then once you're successful, people will congratulate you and people will come to you. That's the that's a lesson what I have learned from this.
Yeah.
um, and this business has given me a lot. A lot means a lot. Yeah,
Absolutely, and that's 100%. People have no time to think about you.
yeah,
It's only us thinking about, and exactly
yeah,
what you said. We have to think about paying our bills and looking after our family.
yeah.
So, Nisha, that was a wonderful, wonderful interview. Thank you once again. I know your little one's running around, and in spite of that, you took your time out to spend and educate our audience, speak to our audience, for which I'm forever grateful. So, thank you once again for this lovely
You're welcome.
interview, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
And before we end, if anyone has any questions, whether you're watching live or the replay, please get in touch with us. If either you're watching in Nisha's page or my page, just make a comment below this below this video, or send us a direct message, and we are more than happy to talk you through the process of how to start this online business. It is a game changer. It is life changing, just to have control back. And the freedom of saying, like, this time I went to India for 10 days and I just told my boss I'm going. Whether you give me the leave
You
or not,
did.
I'm going, kind of
Exactly.
thing. And no one could stop me. And that freedom
Yeah.
means everything to me.
Everything.
So
Yeah.
I went, and it was my dad's 75th birthday. He didn't know I was coming, and I gave him
No.
a surprise. My dad was like, "What are you doing here?" "Well, it's your birthday, I'm here." And that, those are moments in your life, like my father's face on his birthday. It's like a memory. I will
It
never
is.
forget it, and he
It
will
is
never forget it.
priceless. Yeah. It
It's
is
priceless.
priceless.
you
Yeah.
can't you can't put a money or a cost to that.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what this business has made me, because I just told my boss, like, I'm going. That's it.
Mhm.
I'm
Yeah.
taking leave from this and this day. you know
Mhm.
that's it. You want me here, I need this leave. That's
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
That's an
That's,
amazing feeling, and that's what we are telling the audience today, that you can have that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
again, thank you very much, Nisha, and thank you all for watching us, and have a
Yeah.
good evening. Take
Yeah.
care
Thank you
now.
so much for
No
inviting me.
worries. Bye bye now.
Bye.